And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Cancer for 2023. I can't tell you it's going to be a quiet year. For some of you, it's going to be a very good year. And there's only a few of you who are going to get hammered. But it's not going to be quiet or particularly easy. So let's have a look. The sun will move into Cancer, which is the solstice in the north, summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. This will happen on the 21st of July at 1 minute to 3 in the afternoon, Greenwich Mean Time. So adjust universal time, adjust your clocks for that one. There are 2 full moons in Cancer this year, one at the start of the year, one at the end. The full moon in Cancer on the 6th of January 2023, happening at 16 degrees of Cancer. That's relatively light. I find it difficult to be worried by this. The full moon on the 27th of December 2023, that's happening at the very start of Cancer. Again, that shouldn't be a problem. Actually, that's quite nice for a number of you, I think. Mercury will be in Cancer from the 26th of June through to the 11th of July, 2-week period. So great time for you to actually do any travelling, make any agreements, write any books, do anything involving movement and communication late June through to mid-July. Venus will be in Cancer from the 7th of May to the 5th of June. Mars is going to be in Cancer. Mars is going to move into Cancer on the 25th of March, and it will leave on the 20th of May. During this time, Mars will pass over the sun of every single one of you. So all of you are going to get your buttons pushed for a couple of days at some stage between the 25th of March and the 20th of May. Now, the thing is with Mars, and it's very visible as I speak at the end of 2022, high in the sky in the north. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's a great light show, bright red. When it passes on your sun, there's going to be a lot of physical energy released. Now, the way it is released is negotiable. The fact that the energy is there is non-negotiable. So it will either manifest in terms of bump, bang, burn, bruise, broken bone, accident, aggression, confrontation, challenges, or it will manifest in you being much more projective, assertive, making use of your energy, getting something done. It's a great time for using your, get down, dig the garden, get down the gym, walk the dog, use your energy so that it doesn't use you. All of the outer planets are going to be affecting you this year. Jupiter, no, let's deal with Pluto first of all. Let's go for the real difficult one. Pluto's in your opposite sign of Capricorn, getting ready to leave it over the next 2 years. But over this coming year, Pluto is going to oppose the sun of those of you born basically a little bit on the 20th, more like the 21st, 22nd of July. 20th, 21st, 22nd of July. If you're one of these people, Pluto's opposite your sign. And there's going to be a couple of big trigger points this year. I'll give you the dates in a bit. With Pluto opposite your sun, you do need to watch your back. There seems to be people out there with an invested interest in you remaining the same as you've always been because it's convenient to them, and they could try all types of inappropriate or unethical actions in a way that seems downright coercive or subversive. Now, this is an extreme manifestation, admittedly, but something like this will happen. Alternatively, it could be that you are acting in a coercive or subversive way, which guaranteed will backfire on you. There's a basic philosophy here that says that if you always tell the truth, you never have to remember what you said. And if you're dealing with people who tell you the truth, even if you don't like it, you can deal with it. But if people aren't telling you the truth, and there's no way you're going to be able to get to the bottom of things, then you either spend weeks, years, months, going deep, digging underneath, working out what's going on in the background, or you just cut. You go, right, out of my life, end of. There's no point in dealing with other people's attempts at manipulation. It's not healthy for anyone. And best leave them to stew in their own mess rather than get involved in other people's coercive nonsense. There will be some trigger points here, most notably, most significantly, the time around when both Jupiter and Pluto are changing sign. And I particularly advise those of you born at the end of Cancer to watch out around the 18th, 19th, 20th of May. I do expect this to be quite eruptive, volcanic almost. And those of you born around the 22nd of July are really going to be feeling this. There's also going to be a strong trigger point when Mars will oppose Pluto on the 20th and 21st of May. So again, this 19th, 20th, 21st of May, those of you born at the very end of Cancer, it's a massive trigger point and it's a once only time. So be cautious around this time. When Jupiter moves into, well, Jupiter's moved into Aries just before the start of 2023. So it's going to be around squaring the sun of all of you between early January and mid-May. So depending on how late in Cancer you're born, sometime between early January to mid-May, there's going to be a 4 or 5 day period where some situations will get completely over the top, larger than life, mountains made out of molehills. If you get caught up in it, you'll have to sort it all out and then they'll want to say thanks. Or it'll all go wrong and everyone will say, right, you've got to take the blame. So if you're aware of a sudden surge of hype and spin around you in the first 4 months of 2023, then just go, whoa, wait a minute, this is your stuff. I'll help you, but I'm not doing it for you. That way you'll avoid some serious trouble. After this, Jupiter moves into Taurus, and a number of you are going to start feeling a lot better about things. Here we're looking at those of you born around or before the 7th of July. If you're one of these people, then the period from mid-May onwards is actually looking rather nice indeed. Particularly, incidentally, if you're one of those Cancerians born in June, because Saturn will be moving into Pisces, another one of the water signs, in mid-March. And from mid-March to the end of December, Saturn's going to be trining the sun of all of you, all of those of you born on or before the 29th of June. This is lovely. Very good time for steady, stable, consistent, practical work, getting things done. Neptune is going to be smiling on the charts of those of you born around the 18th, 19th, perhaps 20th of July. That's going to be bringing a low-level background energy of steady spiritual growth, self-development, creative, imaginative energy. You're going to be on form. You're going to be on form. And Uranus is also going to be working very well. Initially bringing opportunities at the beginning of the year to those of you born around the 8th, 9th, 10th through to about March, April. But from March, April onwards, those of you born around the 11th through to the 15th, this should be a really stimulating year with lots of interesting opportunities for you to upgrade and revolutionize your life. So for many of you, this is actually a really good year. The trigger points are very clear. There's that trigger point around the late May, the 19th, 20th, 21st of May. Mars in the sky will be opposite Pluto, squaring Jupiter, and this is going to be hitting those of you born in the last 48 hours of Cancer. Big time. 21st, 22nd of July. If you're one of these people, be cautious around the 19th, 20th of May. Also, the new moon on the 21st of March is also going to be impacting on quite a few of you. It's going to be a little bit over the top or larger than life, especially for those of you born just on or just after the solstice. Finally, Venus and Mars are going to be together in Cancer this year, and they're not going to be exactly together, but they're going to be close. As Mars speeds up and Venus slows down, should be quite pretty in the night sky, in the morning sky, I suspect. Yeah, morning sky, but the first week of July. Excellent time for lovers, excellent time for romance and relationship. Have a great year, folks. Catch you soon. Bye now.